I want to give a talk on industrial importance and uses of pesticide residues in Chile, a way forward to boost the exports. So this topic, as suggested by Krishna Kumar sir, I compiled and I try to give my best. Uh, Next. So this is the varietal wealth available in capsicum. So the price in international trade is only depends on heat and color. So different varieties are having different heat values and different colors. Next, industrial importance of chili as thoroughly covered by Dr. Madhavi Reddy madam. These are the industrial uses of chili, widely categorized. The one thing madam has not covered under industrial importance, pharmaceutical industry, food processing and oleoresin, essential oil based industries are major sectors. This crop is used industrially. Apart from this, nutraceutical and nutritional industry, cosmetic industry, animal feed and poultry. Then this one, this is interesting. Recently this yellow chili segment is gaining importance in market also. Usually the rate varies from 25,000 to 30,000 regularly. So this is used especially in papad making because the yellow chili does not affect the color of papad. That's why this yellow chili is used because of its flavor and color in papad making. Next one is sustainable energy or green energy. These capsonides are used for increasing the efficiency of solar cells. Next one is futuristic industrial applications of chili. If you see, biopesticides, as you know, these capsonides are used as a natural insecticides, antifungal agents, then bioplastic and polymers. The end products of this chili is used as a lignocellulosic biomass for bioplastic preparations. Next one is waste valorization. So these end products, the stalks and whatever remnants after processing are used as a compost. Then nanobiotechnology and drug discovery. The nano-encapsulated capsaicin increase the availability of nutrients in the nano products. Next one is functional food and beverages. As madam said yesterday, the persons who are not withstand to the pungent types. In beverage industries, non-pungent thermogenic capsonides are used for preparation of beverages and supplements. Finally, food devices, medical device coatings and antimicrobial surfactants. So these are also gaining importance nowadays. Next one, this is the main crux of the talk. Issues of pesticide residue in chili. Everybody is worrying about chili rates nowadays, even in Guntur, Badgi, entire India. This is due to the gimmicks played by Chinese people. Usually, entire produce, 80% is exported, our chilies to China and Thailand and Bangladesh. This year, 24 and 25, the product area is steadily increased from 2014 15 to 2024 and 25. Production is also steadily increased, productivity also there, but this is the Indian statistics of production. As we know, Andhra Pradesh leads in production and productivity and area. Here, with respect to area, Andhra Pradesh contributes 21%, followed by Karnataka. Then if you see the production scenario, Andhra Pradesh contribute 33%, but Karnataka is only 12%. After Andhra Pradesh, with respect to production, Madhya Pradesh is taking place. Then as usual, if you see the productivity, Andhra Pradesh is the leader, followed by Telangana and Madhya Pradesh. So this is the thing actually. If you see the export trends of chili 2021 to 24 and 25, last year we exported 6 lakhs 184 tons of chili. The export earnings are 12 lakhs 49,248 lakh rupees. But this year our exports are more than 1,14,000 lakh tons. So we exported compared to last year 1,14,000 tons, but our export earnings reduced to 1,08,000 lakh rupees. So you can see clearly here. So this is due to some of the rejections from China fort. The reasons and what happened, I'll explain in later slides. If we see the world scenario with respect to production, India contributes 53.2%, followed by Bangladesh, Ethiopia, Thailand and China. Then with respect to exports from India, 49%, followed by China, Spain, Mexico and Peru. If you see the whole landscape of chili, the area is 18.3 lakh hectares, yielding about 58 lakh tons. So the world productivity is 3.229 kg per hectare, as our Indian productivity is on par with the world productivity. Then India contributes 26.79 tons of dry chili, accounting for 48% of global production. Even though so next the other major players, as we discussed, Bangladesh, Thailand and China, Ethiopia, Myanmar, then Ivory Coast and Pakistan. Nowadays, China is expecting the produce which are having 1 lakh to 3 lakh heat units. Now these having a very good demand in the international market for Indian produce. Now China is in forerunner for development of these high pungent varieties or hybrids. Now their target is more than 3 lakh heat unit varieties or hybrids they are targeting now. Key export destinations from India are majorly Asian markets. Our 80% of produce is going to China, followed by Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Singapore, Thailand, UAE. Next one is our primary destination is China. After exporting whatever produce available in India, maybe Teja segment, the hybrids or varieties which are having 60,000 and above heat units, they are exporting, they are doing value addition, then further they are re-exporting to other countries. That type of facilities or processing units we are lacking. We are having only 3-4 units in India like A.V. Thomas and ITC, then Jayanti, like that. Next destination is Middle East. After China, we are exporting major quantities to UAE. UAE also processing the produce and then they are re-exporting to other Gulf countries. Then Bangladesh and Sri Lanka also we are expecting whatever things we are exported to Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, they are doing value addition, then they are re-exporting to the other countries. Next one is US and Europe. Europe and US follows very strict regulatory norms when compared to other destinations. If you want to export the chilies to US and Europe, you should have thorough backward integration. When you export our produce to US and Europe, we will be getting high prices for farmers as well as producers, processors. What are the competitive advantages available with us means, we are the, as we discussed, we are having global leaders with respect to production. Then our product quality is very diversified with respect to high pungency, color, and different segments. We are having large scale production of chili, that is 27.82 lakh tons we are producing. It is not comparable with any other country globally. That's why we are in the front runners of chili and exports. The spice industry export main challenges are these one: mycotoxin contaminations, pesticide residues, allergens, mineral oils, then pathogen contaminations like aflatoxins, illegal dyes, pyrrolidine alkaloids, filth and macro sanitary parameters, ethylene oxide residues, noxious weeds. These are the major problems in spices exports to other countries from India. So the rise in stringency for regulations in UK and US are becoming day by day very tough. The regulations are stringent by year. We can see here in 2005 and 7, only pesticide residues, mycotoxins, heavy metals, polycycline, aromatic hydrates, and microparameters. Then 7 and 13, illegal dyes and allergens are come into regulations. Then in 13 and 20, pesticide reduce revisions are happened. Then pyrrolidine alkaloids. Then pesticide revision in 21 on heavy metals like lead and ethylene oxide. Then 2022, pesticide revision or third pesticide revision. In 23, pesticide revision and mineral oil saturated hydrocarbons, mineral oil saturated, sorry, I'm not getting it, nicotine. Then presently in 2024, latest one is pesticide revision has happened. So the 519 pesticides are regulated now in international market. So the main export hindrances are port rejections. The reasons for the port rejections are especially increasing day by day for US, UK and EU. For European Union, the main culprits for rejections are pesticide residues, ethylene oxide, pyrrolidine alkaloids, mycotoxins. Then for US, salmonella, pesticide residues and heavy metals. These can be reduced by implementing very strict, stringent test plans for reducing these mycotoxins, PAs, pesticide residues, ethylene oxides. Then this ethylene oxide treatment for surface sterilization is only allowed for US market, not for EU markets. These are some of the port rejections with respect to chili for UK. In 23 and 24, there were 4 rejections, respectively 23 and 24. The reasons for UK port rejections are mainly 3 document failures and 3 aflatoxin contaminations, 2 pyrrolidine pesticide residues. These are the main reasons. For UK port rejections, the main reasons are pesticide residues. For EU port rejections, in 22 24 rejections, in 23, 33 rejections, and 24, 28 rejections. The main reason behind these rejections are for EU market is ethylene oxide, then this pesticide residues. For US port rejections, the main culprit behind this is salmonella. In US market, they are not much worried about pesticide residues. Only they are worried about salmonella. This is the thing. This year, there were 900 tons of chili is rejected in China port. The main reasons for these rejections are metasulfur phosphorus, pyrimidines, benzohydrogen G-fines, thiamine. These are the products detected in China port very recently. Usually, to export our produce to China, there is no testing procedures, there is no certification required. Whatever produce we are dumping to China and Thailand previously. Because of these rejections, our farmers lost so much of money. There is no hike in the price in the market, all major chili markets. These has encashed by majority of the traders. All the produce are purchased with the lower prices. This has caused enormous losses to our Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka and our farmer friends. These are the frequently detected molecules in India. Around 56 molecules are frequently detected in export trade. These are some of the fresh clippings about these pesticide residues and export rejections. Why this chili cultivation drives heavy pesticides use? Mainly, this crop is extremely vulnerable for pests and diseases, especially anthracnose, chili leaf curl virus. Recently, this black thrips. As Giridhar sir said in the morning, in Guntur, every 3 days or 4 days, one spray is giving to chili. That's why the cost of cultivation is enormously increasing. The pesticide load and pesticide residues also increasing. Apart from this, chemical dependence on PGRs, plant growth regulators, and bios, especially bios means the pseudo-bios, growth tonics, due to unawareness of the farmers, the pesticide shops are encashing the farmer urgency. Lot of these unauthorized bio products are dumped in the market. Then herbicides, fungicides, and insecticides. Management failures like improper drying, poor timing, overdoses, pre-harvest intervals are not followed for different pesticides. Then the threat of pesticide residues, usually environmental damages like non-target effects like harm to the birds, it will kill the earthworms, it will kill soil aquatic systems, degradation of soil biota, majorly it harms to the pollinators. Next one is environmental losses like, economic losses like shipment rejections, reduced market access internationally, decline in consumer confidence in abroad. Next one, health hazards like neurological problems, reproductive disturbances, and acute poisoning. These are the main threats of pesticide residues in chili. Then European Mission has suggested the maximum level of contaminants allowed in dry chili. As said earlier speaker, aflatoxin B1 is permitted only 5 micrograms per kg of produce. In case of the salmonella, it should be absent in 25 grams of the produce. It's not in 1 kg. In 25 grams of the produce, there should not be any salmonella as per European Mission. Then global standard frameworks. These are the standards given by Codex Alimentaris, FSSI standards. These FSSI standards given by our India. EU regulations as usually European Union. These codex alignmentaries are international benchmark established by WHO or FAO. Then these EU regulations are very strict globally. The main primary failure of Indian exports are due to the EU rejections. There is no harmony with the standards of Codex, FSSI and EU. These are the comparative MRLs of different pesticides, FSSI, Codex, EU MRLs for chili. For example, in case of Astramaprid, for dry chili it is 20, in case of FSSI, Codex it's 2, and EU Commission is only 0.2. This is the graphical representation of Astramaprid, azoxystrobin, imidacloprid, carbaryl and thiomethoxam, the disparities in the MRLs with respect to different standards. Disparity in food safety with respect to pesticide residues and aflatoxins as follows globally. As we discussed earlier, European Union, the restricted, regulated pesticides are 519. In case of South Africa, there is no regulation for pesticides. Only regulation is 30 aflatoxin contaminants. Then in case of US, 404 chemicals are regulated. Okay, sir. This is the establishment of this is Codex MRLs. Okay, sir. Then how to prevent these pesticide residues? The measures like use of resistant varieties, adoption of good agriculture practices, adoption of integrated pest management, usage of biopesticides. Then, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Some of the post-harvest interventions like solar drying, grading, then cold storage. It's not moving. Strategic export solutions and way forward is short-term strategies like awareness campaigns, cluster monitoring, farmer trainings, medium-term strategies like expanding regional labs, incentives to adoption of gaps and IPM certification, long-term strategies like MRL harmonization, digital traceability, global recognition we should adopt. Then this is the short-term, this is the medium-term, this is the long-term standards for harmonization. The value addition like whole chilies goes to powder, then pericarp it will go to powder, flakes and oleoresins, seed into seed oil, stakes into compost. This is we have to improve the value addition in India. We are not doing any value addition like China. China, whatever exported quantities they are doing value addition, then getting good revenues and exporting to the other destinations. The key takeaways of this talk are the pesticide residue continues to be a significant challenge. Analytical advances and regulatory challenges should meet international MRLs. Then focus on the IPM, strong monitoring systems and supporting regulations. Then boost the GAP, IPM and biopesticides. A premium price for IPM farmers. This is the crux of one more thing, sir. Whatever IPM produced by the farmers, they are not rewarded equally. The companies like ITC, AV Thomas and all, they are giving 500 rupees extra for quintal of IPM chilies. If you give more rewards to the farmers, we can encourage the IPM chili percentage in India. Then aligning domestic MRLs with codex and EU standards. Finally, collaborative approaches among regulators, scientists, and exporters and industry. Thank you for patient listening, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Venkata Ramana. It was a wonderful presentation on the challenges to chili, pesticide residue as well as contaminant challenges and the way forward. So I think this is the area where we have to excel more now and emphasize more. Dr. Krishna Kumar.
Sir, this is also a message for everybody. Whether anything that we are talking of pesticide residue, we are looking only through the prism of waiting period, export, European Union, codex and etc. etc. In pesticide residue, there is acute toxicity and chronic toxicity. No one is really talking about the chronic toxicity. Everybody, the ordinary person, even today if we are discussing about endosulfan, it is chronic toxicity and not acute toxicity. We have to largely consider both within the country that the chronic toxicity that these things are able to cause. It's not just to bees and not just to the biological control agents. The chronic toxicity damage is extremely harmful as compared to the acute toxicity. I think it will be nice if all of us look from the perspective of the accumulation of pesticides in the food web, retention of pesticides in the soil, in the water, the long-term implications, health implications and so many others. So this is one segment we are talking. But the other segment is, where is the pesticide going? So the question of it that I would like to tell is, 2-3 take-home messages I would give is, we are spraying way above the normal requirement to cultivate a successful chili crop. There is a possibility of drastic reduction in the number of pesticides, drastic, in the number of pesticides that are applied to develop or to have the same level of productivity with the least bit of pesticide residue without significantly compromising on the yield and other things. A separate set of package of practices should come to attain that level, and in that regard, yield need not be the only criterion, but other criterions should also be there. We should, like in the case of capsicum, like in the case many Chinese do, we should explore the alternate methods of cultivation, including cultivation in shade net, including cultivation in the most desirable period, or the waiting period given very long time for chilies, whereby the desiccation occurs. So there are many ways in which we should be doing, and while all this data is excellent, I find the recommendations are to be way different than what we are drawing, the conclusions. Let me give an example. 80% of the chilies are internally consumed. Where this pesticide is going? So are we really talking only in terms of European Union and MRLs for the other markets?
We are consuming.
तो थोड़ा इसका ऊपर भी ध्यान दीजिए. India is almost a developing country. We have a large segment of people who are able to afford good material. It is equally responsible that we provide good quality stuff, even if possible at a higher rate. Every street there is an organic store that is coming into our country. Every street in big cities. What does that mean? There is a market for organic produce, pesticide, free compound. People are ready to pay more. The larger picture must be understood by the agricultural scientists and others. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I would like to give some kind of clarification to this. So, somebody thinks like we have created a kind of system that alarm that pesticide is a very big poison which is coming up. Let me tell you, because European Union now they come and the NGOs they are coming. They had recently published in a paper that in India the pesticide is served on a platter. So this thing came as such an alarming news. So Supreme Court, it went to the court, and court has fixed one program called MPRNL, monitoring pesticide residue at national level. So this was the program which was funded. It's a central sector scheme by DSE, and they gave a big project on every year. They give about 500 crores for this. That India, this industry institute which is located in IRI AINP program, All India Network Project on Pesticide Residue, under which it is mandated that we have to test at least 1 lakh sample, and based on the testing of 10 lakh samples, more than 10 lakh, it has been seen that the Indian pesticide residue limit is hardly 3.2 to 2.5 to 3% exceedance of MRL has been happening in the country. Means it has been lifted from organic outlet, it has been lifted from water, any kind of environmental samples, meat, even milk, everything is tested, and based on that this is arrived that whereas European Union 3.5 to 5% exceedance of MRL is happening there also. But somehow these things we are not understanding in our country. We think our food habit, our everything is such a kind of sanitized way, we cook everything. So that way when we estimate that and we submitted data, we found our exceedance of MRL level is not there in the country, but the way it is taken by European Union, they take it as a hazard basis. They raise hues and cries based on hazard basis, whereas the actual science says it has to be risk basis. They say there is a tiger, but tiger, if it is caged within a cage, how will it be affecting? So what is the risk on that? So that is the European concept. They say hazard basis, they will say, no, this is a poison, no matter I am exposed.
For growing chilies, what kind of a message are we sending?
No, definitely, sir. There we have to do. That's why crop grouping, which is a very much.
No, I'm only talking about chili. Now, in the case of chili, let us accept that even if it is 20, I'm not even talking of 60. Even if it is 20 to 25 sprays, it is at least 3 to 5 times higher than what is normally required in most cases for a successful management of many of these pests without compromising so much on this. So there is a good agricultural practices that need to be developed by universities. Give the farmers, like they were demanding today, a demonstration block. Look here, we have controlled all this with only 3 sprays, and adjacent block we have given 25 sprays, both of them look alike. So, and we have to come out with this, I'm only talking about chili, I agree with you, the larger perspective. But only when it comes to chili, let us accept we are spraying way more.
Sir, we are definitely using too much of sprays. But for your another information, small information, I engaged with the Codex Committee for 6 consecutive years, and based on which our chili, carbendazim and many of the pesticides, 10 pesticides which are mostly used on that. So it has been found that we could fix MRL of 40 ppm, because chili, the thing is food production and food habit. One spoonful of chili, it serves for the entire house or the family of 6 people. So food factor is taken for every issue.
वो बात नहीं है डॉक्टर साहब. The fact of the matter is,
I know, we need to attempt.
Post black thrips, the scenario has drastically changed from what you were as an ADG. Post black thrips, the scenario has drastically changed. So we have to, on a day-to-day basis in 2025, I would request the UHS Bagalkot, along with their chili research station, wherever that is located in Haveri district or any other district, should develop a large scale, half an acre, 1 acre demonstration block with good agricultural practices, have the minimum number of pesticide sprays, show successfully you have controlled, and make a farmer's visit that particular place so that they get confused. That is the way forward.
Can I ask the question? Yeah. Hello. I am Basavaraj Hampadi, a dry chili trader from Hubli. So my question is basically from my area, Hubli. So previously, if you talk with any company, right, ITC or anyone, they used to say like whatever is grown in Hubli used to be IPM. But when we talk now, it's not passing IPM. When I see the change, they are not farmers are not spraying not more than 4 to 6 sprays, but still it's not going IPM. Maybe I think for what farmers are getting chemicals are maybe banned chemicals. So can government do anything which will help them not to get banned chemicals into their hand?
Yes, many of the banned chemicals are using now.
No, sir. Like we are also doing farming now. That's why.
Extent of the farmers not to use banned chemicals. Government will do, but it is also a responsibility of the farmer not to use banned chemicals.
Sir, sir, in Punjab, only labeled chemicals are sold in the shops. Like in our southern states also, we should make it as a mandate. Sir, I am very much thankful to organizer for giving this opportunity, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Venkata Ramana sir.